going to take a short break. We like to have a little bit of music for you on a Friday to get your appetite whetted for the weekend. And we've someone very special in the studio who's not only going to have a chat, but she's also going to perform live. Who is she? We'll be with her in just a second. We'll be with her now because we've a slight little problem at the moment. Things have frozen on the screen. Naoimh Penston, good morning to you.
Hello, Alan. Good morning to you.
As we wait to take a well-earned commercial break, you're on the spot straight away.
Not a bother to me.
But I tell you what, you're here for a specific reason because you've got a big concert coming up in the National Concert Hall.
That's right.
Correct? When is it happening?
This is going to take place on Wednesday, the 30th of July. The National Concert Hall. It's called Forget Me Not, and I'm going to be joined by some very special friends, including a group of Wexford fellow musicians. We're going to be celebrating the life of my mother and her music and her musical influence on our lives, and it's a fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Society. So it's a very special night. Sadly, I lost my mother less than a year ago to the disease.
And she was very young, wasn't she?
She was only 67.
Yeah,
so it's been a very difficult time, and so a lot of sadness, obviously, and grief around her death. So we wanted to do something uplifting, and music was her life. So we decided to stage this big event, and for a good cause.
We're going to perform first. We're going to chat more in a second. But first of all, before we take that short break, Naoimh Penston, you'll be very well known. Penston, I beg your pardon. Slap on the wrist. But Naoimh, you'll be well known in Arklow with the Musical Society there. That you've been a member for many years, a lifelong member, really, aren't you?
Well, I've been there for 20 years now. I haven't done 20 consecutive shows, but I've been there for, I think it might be 15, 20 years.
But you've also brought your talents to a variety of groups around Wexford, most recently Wexford Light Opera Society.
That's right.
How many shows have you done with them?
I've done 2.
Don't name them because you've got tickets for this concert to give away. We're going to test the audience. Elsewhere within the county, have you performed?
In Carnew and Gorey as well. And
well, they're Wicklow, but we kind of
Gorey, Alan.
Yeah, Carnew though. Yeah, Gorey is it?
Carnew's on the board.
Well, we claim a little bit of Carnew as well. A beautiful musical society.
That's right. Yeah,
great musical
we
society.
shared the stage together in that one, Alan.
That's right.
Hard Man.
Great show. Great show. And so variety and diversity very much part of what you do.
Absolutely. And in this concert we're going to have some light opera, some musical theatre, some Irish. Mum is a big fan of Irish ballads, so there'll be a little medley of her favourites and a bit of everything. It's going to be lovely. Very eclectic mix with a lot of local stars. Tony Carty and James McDermott and Mags.
And this is the National
Jacob
Concert
will be with us. That's right.
Sounds great. We're going to let you tune up there for a little while as Michael brings you in the strawberries and cream and the glass of champagne. You wish. Right, Wimbledon is over. We'll take that break, come back, and we'll have some live music from Naoimh Penston and also a chance for you to win tickets to this concert at the Concert Hall in July.
Chat, news, and your views.
Alan Corcoran.
You've got a request. Keith would love to see Naoimh Penston performing with Enniscorthy Musical Society. So your services are being required, Naoimh. All right, a competition for you now. The concert again, it's on in the National Concert Hall the 30th of July.
That's right.
It's a very special tribute to her mum, and she got lots of well-known local talent performing on the stage there. And here's your little question. Naoimh said she was in 2 Light Opera Society's shows recently, but of these 2, which is the one that she appeared in? Was it Sister Act or The Witches of Eastwick? So just text Sister or Witches, depending on the one you think that Naoimh performed in, to our text line now, 087 3737 956, and you could be the lucky winner of tickets to see this concert at the National Concert Hall. All right. You're going to perform for us. What are you going to do for us?
Incidentally, though, just a little nod to Keith and his very generous request. I have Enniscorthy roots. I have to have you know. My maternal grandfather was from the town. So there you go, Keith. Have we seen you down there one of these days?
All right. What are you going to do for us?
Okay, I'm going to sing a little song. It's a little mashup of 2 of my favourite powerful female ballads, a Barbara Streisand and a Bette Midler mashup, two of their most beautiful ballads put together. This is The Way We Were and The Glory of Love. Memories light the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories of the way we were, scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? You've got to give a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. You've got to laugh a little, cry a little, and let the clouds roll by a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we've got the world and all its charms. And when the world is through with us, we've got each other's arms. Memories may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Whenever we remember, you've got to win a little, lose a little, and always have the blues a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. That's the story of, that's the glory of love.
That was beautiful. Well done to you.
Thank you very
And I
much.
know I could sense the pathos, I could sense the emotion
I
there.
know.
Marie Keogh, you guessed correctly, Witches of Eastwick is what Naoimh appeared in most recently for Wexford Light Opera Society. Have to say, I'm listening to you singing there. I've only one musical I'd love to direct now at some stage, and it's my favourite of all time, which is Blood Brothers. Mrs. Johnson, have you ever played that?
I haven't, but I look forward to making the County Wexford premiere with you, Alan.
I don't know if it'll ever happen. It's a very hard one to get.
I know it is, I know.
But I mean,
It's
you're a
dream
ringer
role.
for it, aren't you?
Dream role.
Yeah, Mrs. Johnson.
I can identify too the whole mother thing, you know.
Okay,
Incidentally, I forgot to mention to you, my girls will be joining me on stage for the concert, and my sister. My girls are based in the West End at the moment, and Amy can now announce that she's going to join the Commitments cast in September. So she's making her West End debut.
That's brilliant.
Very shortly,
I know
yeah.
you asked just to talk a little bit about the cause,
Yes,
and to share a
absolutely.
little memory about your mum, and
Yeah.
if it's not too painful for you to
Not
do
at
it, because
all.
you
We
want to
have
get
to
the
do it.
message out there. You
Yeah.
said your most important message today is about Alzheimer's and the need to be aware. So we've a little over a minute left. So
Well,
what would you like to say?
Well, basically, there is a lack of funding and care for Alzheimer's patients. They're not very easy to look after. You know, nursing home care isn't always suitable for Alzheimer's patients. So carers and families do need any respite they can get. So this is provided by the Alzheimer's Society, and I know we benefited from their services over the last year before Mum passed away. Also, we're going to contribute some of the funding to the local daycare centre in Rathdrum, the Lily of the Valley Care Centre, and also the Newcastle ward, Avonmore ward in Newcastle Hospital, which is where Mum passed away. So we're going to hopefully benefit three very, very worthy causes. So we need to fill the seats.
Yeah.
Everyone on stage is giving their time and talent for free. So
My
know,
final
it's all
question
profit.
is, I knew someone close who also had Alzheimer's, and at times they would come back. Did she come back to you? Did she talk to you?
music brought Mum back, which is why
Yeah.
it's very important that we do this concert for her, because
Yeah.
right to the very end, she would close her eyes in her chair. In her final days, she would close her eyes and she would respond to Luke Kelly and Pavarotti. So Nessa Dorma is going to feature in the concert, and a little medley of Luke Kelly songs in her honour. And we're going to have close family harmonies, and it's going to be very moving. I hope we can get through it now
All right, Naoimh.
voice is intact.
All that remains for me to say is thank you for joining us. Thank you for
so
singing for
much,
us.
Alan.
Best of luck for the show, A Tribute to Your Mum.
Thank you so much for
And
having
we'll talk to you again in the Monday edition of the Morning Mix. Prior to that, Michael and I, fresh from our 7-hour world record breaking attempt at Killag yesterday with our broadcast, are going to spend 3 hours down at Loftus Hall. We'll have the devil of a day, that's for sure. We'll talk to you tomorrow from there.
Southeast Radio's Morning Mix.
Brought to you in association with Joyce's Expert Wexford.